Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 7 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and passwords provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 7, and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start the chapter operations with decimals. The lessons we're going to cover today are add and subtract decimals, multiply decimals, divide decimals, estimate sums, differences, and products of decimals. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. So here I'm on grade 7 math. The chapter we are on right now is operations with decimals. So let's just start with the lesson, that is add and subtract decimal. Let's just start with the first lesson. Okay, so the first example is 1.4 plus 6.9. So you need to add. You just have to arrange them one above the other according to the decimal point. Basically, you just need to line up the decimal point. So they are already lined up according to the decimal point. We simply have to add them. That is 9 and 4 makes 13. Write 3 over here and carry 1. So that is 6 plus 1, 7 and 1, 8. That is 8.3. The correct option is 8.3. Let's just start with the test questions. Zero 0.26 plus 0.12. They are already lined up according to decimal point. So start adding with a like most digit, right? 6 plus 2 makes 8. And 2 plus 1 makes 3. So that is 0.38. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, subtract 54.2 minus 39.6. So how do we subtract? Okay, so you cannot subtract 2 out of 6. You cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one. So you need to borrow 1 from here. That makes 12 here. 12 minus 6 is 6. Then you have 3 take away 9. You cannot subtract again, right? So you need to borrow 1. You have 13 here. 13 minus 9 is 4 and 4 minus 3 is 1. That is 14.6. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Option number 1 is the correct option. $74.2 plus 41.7, which is the correct option. Yes, that's option number 1. 115.9 is the correct option. The next one is subtract 3.5, take away 1.8. You cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one, so you need to borrow 1. We have 2 here and we need to carry 1, so that makes it 15. 15 minus 8 is 7. And 2 take away 1 is 1, so that is 1.7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? That is option number 1. 1.7 is the correct option. And 9.94 plus 1.42, which is the correct option. Yes, that is option number 1. 11.36 is the correct option. What's wrong with the lesson? Zero 0.26 plus 0.12 equals That is 0.38. Option number 1 is the correct option. -54.2 minus 39.6, which is the correct option. That is option number 1, 14.6 is the correct option. -74.2 plus 41.7, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 115.9. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is add and subtract decimal word problems. You can do the word problems on your own, right? Let's just start with the next lesson, that is multiply decimals. So let's just start with the lesson. Okay, so that is 0.2 times 0.7. So when we are multiplying the decimals, you can see for the both numbers, you have one decimal place, right? Multiply them like the whole numbers, that is 2 times 7. 2 times 7 makes, so 1 decimal plus 1 decimal place. Answer must have 2 decimal places. So you need to add decimal places, you need to add decimal point 2 places left. So that is 0.14, right? When we multiply the decimals, you need to put the decimal with the answer according to the given numbers. Like here you have 1 decimal place and 1 decimal place. So you need to add them and answer must have 2 decimal places. That is 0.14. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. That is, use the grid to fill in the missing number. 0.3 times the missing number. You have to find the missing number. So let's just see how do we find these 3 lines. The red color represents 0.3123, right? So that means the other color represents the other missing number, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be 0.7. Option number 2 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 2. Okay, use the grid to find the missing number. So which number is missing? Yes, that is 0.4. Option number 1 is the correct option. Got it? Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? That is, yes, 0.9. It is option number 2 is the correct option. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? The correct option is, yes, 0.5. It is option number 1 is the correct option. 0.5 times 0.5 makes 0.25. So option number 1 is the correct option. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. So which number is missing? Use the grid to fill in the missing number. You have to do 0.4 times 0.8. So 8 times 4 is 32. So that would be 0.32. Option number 2 is the correct option. Also, you can find the the missing number from the grid also, right? You need to count the squares that have both the color. If you count the squares from these squares, they are all 32. So that makes 32. Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Use the grid to fill in the missing number. 0.5 times what number makes 0.35? Yes, that is 0.7. Option number 2 is the correct option. The missing number is 0.7. Very good. Okay, 0.1 times the missing number is 0.06. So which number is missing? That is 0.6. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. Yes, that is 0.03. Option number 2 is the correct option, right? 0.5 times 0.6 is 0.03. Option number 2 is the correct option. Oh, sorry, 0.38 is 5.5 times 6 is 30. We need to add 2 decimal places, so that would be option number 1, 0.38 is. Use the grid to fill in the missing number. 0.6 times what number makes 0.48? Yes, that is 0.8. 0.6 times 0.8 is 0.48. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is multiply decimals. The word problems on your own, right? Let's just start with the next one, that is divide decimals. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, the next lesson is divide. Let's just see how do we divide. Start with the first example, that is 949 divided by 2. So simply divide like you do not have the decimal point. So you have 914. Let's just divide 9494 divided by 2, right? We'll put the decimal point at the end. So we know how to divide. Simply divide the way you know how to divide, right? You have to count a table of 2 until 9 or the number that is less than 9. So 2 times 4 is 8. 9 take away 8 is 1. Now you need to bring the other digit down. You have to count 2 until 14. So 2 times 7 is 14. Now bring the next digit down, that is 9. You have to do 2 times 4 is 8. So 9 over 8 is 1. Now you need to bring the last digit down. So you have to do makes 14. So the in the decimal point, 1 digit left. So simply move decimal point one digit left because you have one decimal point in the question, like the decimal point is one digit left. So that is 4,474.7. Got it? That is exactly the long division method, and you can enter decimal point at the end. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, divide 5.49 divided by 3. So let's just divide without decimal point, right? That is 509 by 3. We'll put the decimal point at the end by 3 times 1 is 3. 5 take away 3 is 2. Now bring the next digit down. 24 3 times 8 is 24. The next one is 9. 3 times 3 is, take away 9 is 0. That is 183. You have 0.2 places left in the question. So that means you need to put decimal point in the same position. That is 1.83. The correct option is 1.83. Okay, the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. That is 1.83. Okay, the next one is 9.32 divided by 2. So let's just divide without decimal point, right? That is 932 divided by 4. You can divide without decimal. 4 times 2 is 8. 9 take away 8 is 1. Now bring the next. 4 times 3 is 12. Now bring again that next digit down. So 4 times 3 is, that is in the divisor. So that is 2.33. So the correct option is option number 1, that is 2.33. Divide 949.4 divided by 2, which is the correct option. The correct option is that's option number two. 474.7 is the correct option. Okay, 650.5 divided by 5, which is the correct option. That is 130.1. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is okay, the next lesson is divide decimals by whole number. You have to do the word problems on your own, right? The next one is estimate sums, differences, and products of decimals. Let's just start with the next lesson. Okay, let's just start with the first example, that is estimate the sum by rounding each number to the nearest whole number and then add. So first you need to round them off and then you have to add. You have 3.8 plus 1.6, right? So 3.8 is rounded off to 3.8 is rounded off to 4, right? Because 8 is greater. So the number is greater than 5, you need to round off to the whole number, rounded off to 4. Also 1.66 is greater than 5, so you need to round up. 4. 1.6 is rounded off to 2, so that is 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 makes 6. Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Estimate each number to the nearest whole number and then add. You need to round them off to the whole number, right? And then you have to add, that is 4.393. The number right after the decimal, that is 3 is less than 5. So when the number right after the decimal point is less than 5, you need to round on the same decimal, so it would be rounded off to 4. Same way, you have 2.33 is less than 5, right? So you need to round on the same whole number, so that would be 4 plus 2 equals. So the correct option is sixth option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, 0.52 times 4.94. So 0.52, that is 5. 5 is equal to 5, so that means that would be rounded off to 1. We have 4.94, that number right after decimal point is 9. 9 is greater than 5, so that means it would be rounded off to 5. So 5 times 1 is 5. The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, right? So the correct option is option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is 7.51 times 8.57. So which is the correct option? Yes, that is option number 264 is the correct. No, option number 1 is the correct option. That is 72. 7.7 plus 6.6. So which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, option number 1 is the correct option. 15 it is. Okay, estimate the product. So which is the correct option? The correct option is yes, that is option number 148 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is estimate the product 0.5 times 7.2, which is the correct option. Yes, 7 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, estimated product 7.7 times 5.8, so which is the correct option? It is option number 3 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we are working on grade 7 math. Chapter we're working on is operations with integers. Sorry, options with decimals. The lessons we have covered: add and subtract decimals, multiply decimals, divide decimals, and estimate sums, differences, and products of decimals, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions we just did. That is your until next session, right? So if you need more help, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday. So that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.